What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tiny Tyler. In today's video, we are talking Avengers Endgame Encore. The trailer just dropped on Marvel's YouTube channel. We're gonna watch it and we're gonna get into it because the question I keep coming back to is, what is this trailer telling us about Doomsday? From what I've heard, there's an additional 4 minutes added to Endgame for the Encore. So between that and the fact that the Russos have stated something to the effect, because I don't remember their exact wording, something to the effect of this is Endgame directly ties into Doomsday, or it's a sequel, something to that effect. I think this trailer is telling us some things about Doomsday, and I'm going to be pulling some information I've heard from some of the leaks and rumors that I've heard. So, spoiler warning ahead. If you don't want to hear any of that kind of stuff, please click off the video now. All right, you've been warned. First, let us watch the trailer.
Hey, Cap, you read me? Captain Sam, can you hear me? On your left. Avengers! Assemble.
Still gives me the chills. Whew.
We have a plan. 6 stones, 3 teams, 1 shot. You mess with time. Time tends to mess back. Tony, this is a second chance.
Interesting. An exclusive look at Doomsday. I'm curious if that's... So what I've heard is there's an additional 4 minutes, right? They added to this film. I'm wondering if the exclusive look at Doomsday is that 4 minutes, or if they added 4 extra minutes of content. I'm going to lean into the fact that, because I don't actually know. I just heard they added 4 minutes. I'd be curious if anybody actually knows the legit information on that. Drop a comment down below. But I think they're telling us a lot about Doomsday in this trailer. I really do. I think the beginning of it, the way they edit it, the way they put it together, I just can't help but think not. And it's Marvel, for Christ's sake. So it's like, the beginning makes sense. They're recapturing that nostalgia from when the film came out. Like, I mean, even when I hear Cap say Avengers Assemble, like, I get the chills almost every time I watch that film. It's just, it's fucking iconic at this point. And it's like, so it makes sense they're capturing the nostalgia, but the way they place certain things from that film at the back end of the edit is crazy. Like, for example, the first one is, there's been a lot of speculation and rumors about who Doom's witches are, right? Why are they showing us the Sorcerer Supreme? I mean, while it was a very cool moment when she knocks Bruce's soul out of the Professor Hulk body, it was a really cool moment, actually. Like, it's rather insignificant to the plot of Endgame. And so some of the rumors have been that she may be one of Doom's witches. And because they edit her in there, that particular scene, I am leaning even more into it. I think she is, and I'm almost inclined to lean even more into the fact that Scarlet Witch is too. Because, again, the way they edit it, they show that one shot of Wanda at the end, and it's not even that they just show Wanda. So they show her rising from... She's bringing the boulders and the rocks up when she's about to fight Thanos at that and towards the back end of the film, right? So it's almost like symbolic for she's rising from the ashes. So there's those two things are the first 2 points. And again, the way that... Because, like, okay, so check this out. I don't think we saw Stephen Strange in there at all. And while he wasn't that relevant to the major plot of the story, his holding up his finger towards Tony at the end is a pretty pivotal part, you know? It represents something deeper to these characters. So why isn't he in it? And because, again, more of the speculation is that he is going to be the Sheriff Strange in Doomsday. I forget what the name is that they've come out with, like Boris, maybe? I almost feel like they want to misdirect us with that one. And then there's Captain Marvel. They show her an interesting amount for someone who's in this so little. She is in this film so little, and her role is, she has a couple of key parts here and there, you know, bringing Tony back and things like that, but like other than that, it's really not that significant. So again, I think she's going to make an appearance in Doomsday. How, that one I'm unsure of, but I do think she is, because they make it a point to show her, and they also make it a point not to show Strange. I don't think we saw Peter Quill at all. That's kind of where I'm at with that. And then the other thing is too, I think they're really trying to connect the dot. It's subtle, but it's there, between Tony and Steve again. But to really bring that together for Doom and Steve in Doomsday, because one of the biggest rumors is that Steve going back in time creates an incursion that kills Doom's family, right? And the things that they choose to have Tony and Steve say respectively, it's almost like they're trying to pull that together even more, because Tony says, they emphasize they bring the clip up when he says, when you mess with time, it messes with you back. And Steve says, Tony, this is a second chance. And it's not just what they're saying, but like the clips they show when they're saying it, that I think is really trying to bring those two together more and show that because Steve messed with time, it's going to mess with him back now come Doomsday, right? Because when you think about the quote from Steve, you know, Tony, this is a second chance. He doesn't say it when he's going back in time. He says it when he's trying to pitch the idea to Tony to do the time travel thing. So that clip is way out of context for the plot of Endgame. And so I just can't help but think they're bringing those two things together. Now, the last thing, I think that's it, right? I'm almost positive. Those are like the big takeaways for me when I watch this trailer. But the one last thing is like that additional 4 minutes. Now, there were some key moments that they emphasized with Black Widow, with Natasha, that this is more of something I'm really hoping for, that because of some of the deleted scenes from Endgame, from all those years ago, I really hope some of that 4-minute time period is us getting a more proper goodbye to Natasha, assuming she stays dead. Because, you know, between, you know, the fight scene with Barton wasn't like a, I don't know, it didn't feel like a really good goodbye for the fans, but it wasn't horrible, right? The thing that makes her story feel incomplete to me is the fact that her movie came out after Endgame. Even though it took place before Endgame, it came out after. So there's a part of me that really wants them to give her a more proper goodbye and show what happens when Banner snaps his fingers and he goes to the Soul Stone, goes into the Soul Stone, or however that is, and he gets to say goodbye to Natasha, and it serves as kind of like the audience saying goodbye to her too. That's my hope with that 4 minutes, because I hope it's a blend where they maybe do a thing here, a couple things here and there, where it's like, okay, this is how we're going to tie into Doomsday a little bit more, and then they also maybe conclude a thing here or there from Endgame. So it's a little bit of both. So it ties a few knots and it sets up a little bit more. That's where I'm at with it all, but I would love to hear what you all think with the trailer. What do you think this trailer is showing us about Doomsday, if you think anything at all? Maybe you think I'm batshit crazy. Drop that in the comments too, because you wouldn't be wrong. And let me know. I'd be curious here. Are you going to go see it when it comes out, or are you just going to watch Endgame again on Disney Plus? Because, you know, you really can't go wrong with either one. I'm absolutely going to go see it because I cannot wait to see the additional content they add into it. And I just want to recapture that experience of seeing that film in theaters. I'll say this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Infinity War is better than Endgame. But Endgame is still fucking amazing. So I'm excited to go see it again. So drop your comments down below, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out. Quick interjection here. I don't think I said this, so quick interjection.